and take a seat on your mat or on your carpet or whatever you were using. And in a couple of minutes, I'm going to come back to the laptop just to make sure you guys can hear me. You can give me a thumbs up. I'm playing some music in the background, but I found that it's too loud if it's on my laptop, and then it's not really loud enough if it's on my phone. So I'm just going to play some light music, but honestly, for this class, you really don't need to have any music, okay? So let's get started. I have the Zoom Pro account, so it should not stop the class right after 40 minutes, but in the event that it does, you just click right back on the link, and that just gets you right back in. This class will be about 40, 45 minutes. And then also after a couple of minutes, I'll just make sure that you guys can hear me, okay? So let's go ahead and find a comfortable seated position. I have 2 yoga blocks that I like to use because my hips are really tight. So I'm gonna go ahead and sit on one of them. I'm just gonna adjust this again. Make sure it's not too dark. Welcome, welcome if you're just joining. Friday Flow. Please make sure you mute yourselves. If you only want to see my screen, you can pin my video at the top right. And great job, guys, for already getting through another week of this craziness. It is really important during this time to make sure that we take time for ourselves, too. So that's sort of the intention and the goal of today's class. So I want you guys to just find a comfortable seated position. And let's go ahead and just close our eyes for a moment. And just start to focus on your breathing. So taking deep breaths in through your nose. And then exhaling out through your mouth. Inhale, feeling yourself getting a little bit taller. Exhale, grounding yourself a little bit more into the mat. With your eyes still closed, take your right hand to your chest, left hand to your belly. And just start to make these breaths a little bit bigger. So inhale, feeling your chest, your belly rise. And then exhale, letting it all go. Inhale, thinking lifting up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, almost imagine grounding your hips a little bit deeper into the mat or into your floor. Take a few more deep breaths here. So inhaling in positive energy. Exhaling out anything stale that you're feeling this morning. Any tension, any soreness, any anxiety at all, just letting it go. And then go ahead and open your eyes. Taking your hands to your knees here. We're gonna start with some shoulder rolls. So shoulders come all the way up to our ears, and then exhale, we bring them down and back. So shoulders all the way up. Inhale and exhale, down and back. Just starting to stretch out our upper body and chest as we've probably been seated and hunched over all day, every day this week. Inhale up and exhale down. And now let's take our hands to our shoulders, our elbows up. You're gonna make circles with your elbows. So you're gonna lift up, make a big circle, open up as far as you can, and then exhale, you're gonna bring that back down. So we're just gonna repeat that. All the way up, inhale. And exhale down. So hands on your shoulders, elbows up, almost as if you're painting circles with those elbows. So lifting up and squeezing your shoulder blades together right here at this part, really opening up that chest, and then taking it down. We're gonna do 2 more shoulder rolls. Inhale and exhale. 1 more big shoulder roll. Take it up and down. Great job. Let's go ahead and take our hands to the sides. Feel free to move your seated position or adjust yourself when you need to. So we're going to start working our neck. We're going to tilt our head over to one side. You're going to gently press down as you drop and release that opposite shoulder. So just staying here for a couple of breaths. Just want to make sure we really stretch out our neck before we get started here. Inhale, come back up to the center, and exhale to the other side. We sometimes forget about stretching out our neck. It's so important. Drop that shoulder, especially when we're staring at a computer screen a lot more often these days. And then come on up. And you're just going to slowly take your chin and come up to the top. So just taking it back as far as you feel comfortable doing. And then let's go ahead and tuck our chin down. We're going to keep our shoulders down and relaxed, but tuck our chin to our chest so that we're stretching out the back of our neck right here. And now we're going to take some circles to one side, nice and easy. And then you're going to reverse those circles and just go in the other direction. Nice and easy here. Now we're going to interlace those fingers. Our palms are facing us. We're going to flip them over. We're going to push out and away. We're sort of going to pull that belly button in towards our spine, dropping our head. Back stretch. And then the opposite of that is taking our hands behind us. So you can either completely interlace your fingers together, squeeze your shoulder blades, take your hands to the floor so that you're sort of pushing up through the chest, take your head back. Or maybe you're just barely reaching your fingertips here, so doing whatever you can. And then slowly come back up. Let's go and take our hands back to the side. We're going to do one more stretch here while we're seated. Again, feel free to shift your legs if you need to. My hips are really tight. I have to adjust mine a lot. We're going to take that left arm up as we inhale and exhale, just a gentle side stretch. So the key here is keeping your hips grounded while you reach up and over and feel a big stretch in that side. Might be really sore if you did Eric's core and more class yesterday. So could be feeling it right here. Get a nice stretch. And let's come back to the center. Inhale, that right arm comes up, and exhale again, reaching. And just breathing into this. And for today's class, just keep in mind, it's a little different than some other formats. There's really no right or wrong way to do something. Just take it at your own pace, your own flow. So let's now go ahead and come up. Do a couple more stretches and warm up, then I'll come back to the laptop and just make sure that you guys can hear me and you can see me okay. See that ray of light coming in here. It's nice. Beautiful day. Okay, we're going to find a tabletop position. Hands are right underneath the shoulders, knees under our hips, and of course we start with the cat-cow. So inhale, you drop your belly to the mat, you lift your chest up. Exhale, you're going to pull your chin into your chest, and you're going to imagine like a cat really rounding and arching that back here. And then inhale, let's repeat, dropping the belly, but we're lifting the head, opening up through the chest, and then exhale, we round our spine like an angry cat. Really exaggerating that movement. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. Moving my music. Exhale. And let's find a nice child's pose. Knees wide, feet together, and you're going to sit way back. Let's use my block here. So I bring the floor, the earth, to meet me and my body where I am at today. Child's pose is a great pose to relax in if you just need a break anytime during class today. Or just want to chill. All right, let's come back up. So this is a good balanced pose to get our core nice and warm. Inhale, we're going to extend that right arm and left leg. Opposite arm and leg. You're just going to hold it. I want you to keep your neck long. Okay? Stay right there. Notice where your hips are. We want to make sure they're pointed towards the mat and not lifting up. Keep holding. Inhale, you're going to tap the floor with your toes and your fingertips. Exhale, bring it back up. Small movement. Inhale, tap. Exhale, up. Let's try two more. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Let's take it down, and then we switch to the other side right away. Left arm, right leg, and hold. You can also lower down to your forearm if that bothers your wrist for any reason. Right here, though, you're going to hold. So I want you to think of tucking your hips under, your pelvis under. I'm also going to move a little bit, but I want you guys to keep in your pose and keep doing what you're doing. And just watch. Okay, inhale, we tap the toes and fingertips. Exhale, up. It's a really small movement here. Inhale and exhale. Let's try 2 more. Make sure you're breathing in and out through the nose. We're gonna do 1 more. Inhale and exhale. All right. Go ahead and sit at back child's pose. Quick stretch. We're gonna flip those wrists as well. Stretch them out. And then come on up. Let's go and tuck our toes, hands to the top. Downward facing dog. I'll show you for a couple of breaths. You're pressing your chest towards your thighs. Let's walk our dog out. So that we just pedal our heels. Other option is doing this on your knees, right? But you're still lifting your hips up and back. Then I want you guys to stay in that position for just a moment. Okay, just stay right there. Okay, I want you to nod your head yes, shake your head no, just sort of let it all go here. Release any tension that you're feeling. And then inhale, we're gonna find a plank position, stacking our shoulders right on top of our wrists. Okay, we're gonna hold it for a couple breaths. You can lower to your knees if you'd like some extra support for your back. But while we're here, we're tucking our hips under. We're using those core muscles to hold us up. Gaze is above your mat, so our neck is long. Pulling up through our knees, pushing through our heels. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale, now your knees lower, and we lower our chest. Okay? All the way down, we flatten our toes. Inhale, we lift. Shoulders down and back. Baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Retucking your toes. Come all the way up. Downward facing dog. Hold this right here. You should feel your body start to get nice and warm. And our next breath, we're going to tiptoe those feet to the top of our mat. You're going to find a forward fold position. So you're folding everything over as if you're folding your body in half. So from your waist, you're folding it forward. Relax for a moment. And then inhale, we're going to reach those arms up. We're going to come up nice and tall. As we exhale, we're going to bring our palms together and lower them down to heart center. And just take a moment here. Inhale and exhale. All right, I'm just going to come up to the laptop. Can you guys hear me okay? Are we all good? You can just give me a thumbs up. You guys can see me? Okay. Just let me know if you can't. Chat box, and make sure you mute yourself. So it's just me. All right, guys, let's get started. We're at the top of our mat. Okay. Inhale, we're going to reach those arms up. Exhale, you're going to float it down. So imagine you're falling forward. All the way down. Inhale, we find a flat back. We're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. Now see how flat my back is? I'm pressing my hips back. I'm also squeezing my shoulder blades together, right? Neck is long. You should feel a big stretch behind those legs. Inhale here and exhale. Let's step that right foot back and then our left foot. We're going to find this high plank 1 more time. So we're going to go through the sequence again. Inhale. Exhale, lower your knees, lower your chest. Elbows back. Flatten your toes. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Listen to your body and just go to where you can. Exhale, lower. Retuck your toes. Up and back. Downward facing dog. And hold right here. Inhale, let's walk those feet, or maybe you're ready to jump to the top of your mat. Find that forward fold. Hang up there for a moment. Inhale, we reach those arms all the way up. Good deep breath. Palms come together. We're nice and tall at the top. And exhale. So we're just going to go through it 1 more time to get nice and warm. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, float it down. All the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. So it's hands to your knees or maybe your shins, and you're pressing those hips back. Make sure you're breathing. Exhale, lower. Step your left foot and then your right foot, finding your high plank. Remember, we're tucking our pelvis under, pulling those abs in, right? Exhale, lower knees and chest. Elbows go straight back with a tricep push-up. Flatten those toes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, retuck. Up and back. Downward facing dog. And hold this here. Let's walk or jump our feet back to the top of our mat. Forward fold. Inhale, reach those arms up. Big deep breath. Palms come together. And exhale. Okay, so we're gonna work on some balancing poses, but first do some pretty basic ones, all right? So if you have blocks, have them close to you, and if you don't, that is totally fine as well. We don't need them, they're just there in case we do. All right, so inhale, let's lift up. Big deep breath, exhale, let's fold it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Big deep breath here, pull those shoulder blades together, and exhale, lower. Let's step our left foot back first. So I'm showing you from the side. You can face whatever way you'd like. We're gonna press back to a warrior one. So medium step back. Your foot's about 45 degrees. We're gonna lift the chest, lift the arms as we inhale, and exhale, we're gonna hold. So this is how we look from the side. Hold this here. Your leg is nice and straight. You should feel a really big stretch behind your left calf. Arms up, shoulders down. Let's hang on here for a couple of breaths, okay? Remember, our hip bones are facing the front of the wall or whatever that is in front of us here. As we inhale, we're gonna straighten this leg. So now my legs look like they're making a triangle, right? My right arm comes in front, left comes behind. Arms are nice and strong here. We're gonna go into a triangle pose. Inhale, you reach towards forward position for you, okay? So your hips go back, reach forward. As you exhale, your arms are like a pendulum, okay? You lower, and you're sort of doing a side crunch here. Lower your right arm. That bottom arm, your top arm starts to lift up. You start to lower with every breath, trying to get a little bit lower to the floor. If you have a block, you can reach for that instead. Triangle pose, we're making a triangle with our legs. And we're extending that top arm up. Once you start to rotate and open up through the chest and shoulders, you're stacking that wrist right on top of your shoulder here. So I feel like I'm falling back. Okay, that's sort of that feeling that you want here. Or imagine me pulling on your wrists. Stay there, guys, stay there. Triangle pose. Guys are looking good. Let's try for one more breath. Keep your gaze up at that hand, good job. And then inhale, we're gonna push into the back leg and slowly pull ourselves up using our core, right? And then exhale, let's go ahead and release. Great job. So twists are really good for the body. We'll do a couple more later. We're gonna open up to a wider stance, warrior two. Lifting our arms up, inhale, exhale, open up that back leg and take a step back. Bending our front leg. Now our arms are really strong here. We're looking over the middle finger of our arm in front of us, okay? So this is warrior two, you're gonna hold right here. So if I were to come over and push down on your arms, you would not let me. That's how strong they're feeling right now. Remember, your gaze is over that middle finger. So focus here is also really important while we're doing this. I see you guys, you look really good. Hold that, make sure you're tucking your hips under, right? Keeping that core strong. We're filling our legs right about now, I know. One more breath, guys. And then inhale, we're gonna flip our palm, the arm in front. Exhale, pendulum those arms back this time. Reverse it. This is reverse warrior. So now we're taking that arm up and our gaze up at that hand as well. Our back arm just comes right down, slides down our leg, and we're doing sort of a side stretch here. Almost like we did in the very beginning of class, right? Big stretch for that side body. Now push into that front leg, straighten that leg. Can you find a little more length here? Can you reach back another inch? One more breath. Woof. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, we're gonna cartwheel those hands down. You're gonna place your hands on either side of your foot. So to the mat, or maybe to your blocks. My hips are just super, super tight. It's very hard for me to find the mat, so I use my blocks. This is a runner's lunge, a high lunge. We're gonna stay here and just work into those hips a little bit, okay? Once you lift them up a little higher, as you inhale, Exhale, drop them down. Let's do it again. Inhale and exhale. One more time, and we lower to our knee. Inhale. Exhale, lower to that knee, that back leg. You're gonna untuck your toe, okay? Right from here, lift your chest. Inhale, arms up. Low crescent lunge, exhale, hold. So you're pushing your hips forward. We're just getting a little bit deeper into those hips. Hold this here. This is a lot of core. You want to pull everything into the center of your body so you don't wobble, right? Stay nice and strong. We're going to add a twist before we go to the other side. Inhale, lower your chest. Let's find a little length right here. Exhale, those hands come down. You press your left hand into the floor, and then as you exhale, you extend that right arm up. So it's a twist. Hold this here. So you're twisting towards your bent knee, whichever one that is for you. Extending up through that arm. Maybe your hand just comes to your hip. Let's hold it for one more breath, guys. Big twist. Inhale, come down. Nice job. Let's retuck the toe of our back leg. Come back up to that lunge. We're going to step right back into downward facing dog. Now here, I'm going to show you a little more challenging version of lowering to the floor. If you'd like to take it, just an option. You don't have to. So follow me for more challenging. Inhale, come up to your high plank. Exhale, we slowly lower without lowering our knees. We hover for a moment, and then inhale, we move forward and up. Our feet become flat, upward facing dog, shoulders down and back. Exhale, retuck your toes, press yourself all the way up and back. A lot more challenging. Big deep breaths. One more. Inhale, big step forward, or maybe a tiptoe, or maybe a jump, whatever you'd like. We hang out here for a moment. Try to completely relax your head and your neck every time we come to this forward fold. Just let it go. Inhale, reach those arms up. Pressing your feet into the ground, making yourself a little taller. Maybe you lean back a little bit. Palms come together. And exhale, lower. Again, just listen to your body. Whatever you feel like you can do this morning, okay? So we're gonna do the other side. I'm just gonna switch so you can see my angle. You guys stay right where you're at. So do the left leg first, now the right. Switching it up. Inhale up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Remember, this is gonna become important a little bit later. This pose right here. Exhale, we lower. Okay, it's our right leg, a medium step back. Your foot's about 45-degree angle, okay? You want to press it into the mat, find your balance by using your core. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, hold, okay? So other modifications, you can bend your elbows. Your shoulders are feeling really tight this morning. If not, completely extend your arms. And if you're very advanced, you can interlace your fingers at the top and just keep your thumb out and your pointer finger. So whatever you can do here, okay? Warrior one more breath, guys. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, release those arms. So now it's the other arm in front. And we're getting ready for that triangle pose on the other side. Inhale, lean forward. As you do so, your hips hike back. That's also really important. As we exhale like a pendulum, our left arm lowers, the bottom arm lowers, as that top arm lifts up, almost at the same time if you can, right? Now we're stacking that top wrist right on top of our shoulder, and now we're taking our gaze also to our hands. That's why we warmed up our neck, okay? So take your gaze. With every breath, you slide down a little bit closer to the floor, right? We're twisting from our waist, our shoulders, our chest. Hold that right there. Let me take a look. Make sure you're breathing. That's the most important part. Oh, nice. Kimberly looks good. Nice job, guys. Keep it up. Good, Amanda. Keep breathing. Let's try to hold it for one more breath. Now use your core to pull yourself up. Push into that back leg. Sort of crunch right here. Pull yourself up as you inhale, right? Exhale, just release those arms. Great job. And one side always feels a little bit easier or harder than the other, okay? So now warrior two. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, we lower. You can take a step back and make this a much wider pose. So that front leg is bent. Arms are nice and strong. We're looking over the middle finger of our front arm. Keep that gaze, shoulders away from your ears. Find a little more length in this pose. Your back leg is really strong. Okay, let's make sure our core is not working. Okay, so really that just means tucking your hips, right? Imagine you're in a plank position. So we're protecting that lower back the whole time. One more breath. Inhale, flip that palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. So we're sliding that back arm down the back of our leg. We're reaching that top arm all the way up. We're taking our gaze up at our hand as well. And now straighten your front leg. Push into the floor to find a little more length. See how I went from here, press, I got a little more length here. Big stretch. Should be nice and warm. It should be a little challenge, guys. Should be a little challenge here, else it's not gonna change. Not gonna change you, right? Inhale, come back, breathe. Exhale, cartwheel those hands down. Woo, let's find this lunge. So we were here for a couple of breaths, just to continue to really open up those hips for our balancing pose that we'll do. So hands either on the mat or on your blocks or on water bottles or whatever you have, right? Inhale, hips up. Exhale, bring a little lower. Inhale, up. And exhale. Let's do it one more time. You're hiking your hips up. Inhale. And exhale. We lower down to our knee. We untuck our toe. Okay? Because we want to also stretch out our feet and our toes while we're doing this. We lift up, inhale, arms up, exhale, we're in a low lunge. Okay, so even though we're kneeling, this might be tricky for balance. So I want you to pull those abs in towards your spine. Imagine you're wearing a tight belt around your waist. Find one thing in front of you to focus on. Press your hips forward, one more breath. Inhale, lower your chest. We're now lengthening. Imagine I'm pulling on your wrists. Exhale, take those hands down. We press our hand into the floor, and as you exhale, we twist towards that bent knee and extend that arm up. So now on this side, my shoulder is really tight. I'm just going to take my hand to my hip, but I'm still twisting, right? I just can't fully extend my arm here. So make sure your knee is still on top of your toe. You're twisting from the waist. Maybe you extend that arm completely, maybe you don't. Either way, breathe into it. One more breath. Inhale, come back down. Great job, guys. Exhale. Let's find that downward facing dog once again. So we have two versions here. So pick whatever one you'd like to do. It can be that chaturanga on your knees or off your knees. So I'm going to do the one on the knees. You can follow me here. Inhale forward. Exhale. We lower the knees. More support for the back, but we still keep our core tight. Exhale, lower. Chaturanga. Flatten those toes. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower. Retucking those toes, up and back. Let's find that downward facing dog. Relax your head. Nod your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Hold this for one more breath. Really pressing your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step, hop, jump, whatever you'd like to the top of that mat. Forward fold. Inhale, reaching those arms up. Big deep breath, maybe lean back here. Exhale, palms together, and we lower. Okay, we're gonna work on some balance poses. So similar to what we did last week. So if you were here last week with us, you get another chance to practice these. You wanna come over here, Sandy? The dog wants to do so. Okay, so we're coming back. We started with that left side. So if you have a block, good time to use it. And if you don't, we'll just make this a little more challenging, okay? So we're gonna practice balancing on one leg, warrior three position. So inhale, let's lift up, big deep breath. Exhale, float it down. However you wanna do this, right here. Inhale, flat back. So right here, let's stay and hold on to this, okay? Now this is one of the most important parts of this pose here. Now if you can, for a moment, try to turn your head and look at my screen and maybe come out of the position. When we're here, this is our pose, and when we do our balance, this is how our upper body is going to look, okay? So see how my back is still really, really flat? We don't want to roll forward, okay? So find this flat back for one more breath, squeezing your shoulder blades together, and then exhale, we lower. Let's step our left foot back. Biggest step you've done, okay? We're gonna find a high lunge this time. Feel free to grab those blocks. We did our low lunge, now we're gonna go into our high because we're already warm. So lift yourself up, inhale, reach those arms up. Let's do palms together, exhale, lower. So if this high lunge is too much, just come right down here onto your knee. But let's try this, okay? Let's pull up through our knee and press through your heel. Can you get that back leg a little bit straighter? Let's keep that chest up and breathe. We're gonna start by balancing on that right leg in just a moment. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, let's lower. Remember this one, we found some length earlier, okay? Hold this right here. Now what I want you to sort of push off that back foot, and then you're going to take your hands to the floor. I want them right underneath your shoulders. You're gonna start to lift your back leg up without rolling your front body forward. So keep that flat back. So I'm not even using blocks right here. We don't really need them. I want you to kick that back leg up. Imagine you're pressing into a wall behind you. Hold on to that. I'm just gonna step out for a moment, okay? Maybe you are reaching the floor. Maybe you can lift it up a little bit higher. And if you come out of it, just shake your legs out and let's get right back into it. So kick that heel up, guys. Let's see it. Balance. Pull those shoulder blades together. Nice. Joanne looking good. Nice job. Now, if you want that extra challenge, take your hands to prayer to your chest. Hold this here, guys. Remember, your standing leg is slightly bent. Can you kick your leg a little bit higher? Pressing through that heel, get it as straight as you can. One more breath. And then inhale, bring that foot right back down to meet your other foot. Bending your knees, take your breath. Woo, let's bicycle those legs out. Great job. Now don't be discouraged if you kept falling out of it. We're gonna do another round, okay? We'll get to practice it again. Shake it on out. Okay, so inhale, let's lift up. Let's just shake it out. Exhale, lower. Let's step that right foot and then left foot back. Finding a downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to your plank. We're just going through this floor sequence again. You can also find a child's pose if you'd like. Exhale, lower knees and chest. All the way down. Inhale, lift up. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, lower. Down dog. And hold. Take a couple deep breaths. Get ready for the other side. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, hop or jump to the top of your mat. I'm just going to the other side. Inhale, reach those arms up. Big deep breath. Nice and tall, palms come together. And exhale. You should be nice and warm, heart rate's up. We're doing the other side. Inhale, lift. Maybe lean back a little bit there. Exhale, let it flow down. All the way down. Let's find that flat back. Remember how key this is to our pose. That will help keep us lifted. Exhale, lower. This time that right leg steps back. Big step towards the very end of your mat. Trying to keep the knee off the floor, but if you need to, you can lower. Finding your balance. Inhale, arms up. Palms come together. Exhale, lower. Now on this side, this is my really tight hip. So I bend my knee a little bit to give myself a little extra support. But if you can, I want you to try to straighten out that back leg. Get it as straight as you can. Press through that heel. Where are our abs? Core is nice and tight. Our hips are tucked under. Can we get a little lower? My legs are shaking. I hope yours are too. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let's find length right here. We're getting ready to kick off that back leg and find our balance. And go ahead and start. So push off that back leg. Go ahead and lift the back leg up, kicking through that heel, keeping your hands underneath your shoulders, and keeping that nice flat back. Okay, let's hold this right here. Keep holding, guys. Remember, if you get out, just get back into it. It's all about practice. It's not a performance this morning. I have to remind myself that sometimes. Well, I guess you guys are watching me, but just do what you can, right? Hold it, hold it. Can you kick a little bit higher? Maybe you bring your hands to prayer and up to your chest. And you squeeze your shoulder blades together a little bit more. Can you press through that heel and straighten your leg? One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, release. Woo! Now let's go ahead and bicycle those legs out. I think, Anna, I saw some of your kids doing that with us. That's great. Woo, shake it out. Okay, we're gonna go through it one more time. I'm gonna give you the option to add on what we call half moon and opening up. So it's just a more challenging version and option, just if you want to. Okay, so inhale, lift up. Do the same thing on this side we did on the other. Exhale, release. We step back. Downward facing dog, or maybe you just need a moment for a child's pose to relax. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower. Chaturanga. Inhale, forward and up. Upward facing dog. And exhale. Up and back. I know my heart rate's up. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, walk or jump. Top of the mat. Relax your head. Inhale, reach those arms up. Nice tall mountain pose. Ground your feet. Palms come together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's take a moment and get ready to do a second round. So either the same thing or you're adding on that challenge, and I'll walk you through it with the half moon. Most important part there is stacking your hips to open up. All right, so inhale, lift up. And then we'll stretch it out. Exhale, come down. Let it all go right here. Everything from your week, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Biggest step back with our left leg. Go through a little bit faster. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, palms come together. Hold. Think right here of pulling your shoulder blades back. Getting prepared for our balance. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower. Finding that length. Push off that back foot. Find your balance. So imagine you're kicking a soccer ball with your leg. So you're pressing through that leg. Okay? Now, if you want to try that half moon, you keep your right arm under you, or the same side of your standing leg under you. With your back leg, you're going to stack your hips. You're going to start to open up. Take that top arm and extend it up. Now go ahead and point your toe. That will help you find a little more length. This side is the harder side for me. So I have a little trouble here. Remember, if you fall out of it, get right back into it. So half moon is that triangle pose. We're opening up and looking up at that hand. Just try it for a second. Get out of it, come back into it, keep going. Just want to see your beautiful poses. You guys look great. Nice, Antoinette, good job. Good, nice. Keep going, guys. Remember, it's all just a practice, learning process. Let's try to find it one more time. Either just a regular balance with that warrior or maybe that half moon. 2 more breaths. Now lift up a little bit higher. And then slowly come down. Woo, relax. Let's wiggle those toes, bicycle those legs, catch our breath. You guys look good. Especially with those space virtual backgrounds. Okay, inhale, lift. Exhale, float it down. Remember, you can take this part out if you want to. Maybe you just stay in a down dog or a child's pose. Let's go ahead and step it back. We're gonna go through it again though. Inhale, finding that plank. Exhale, you lower. Chaturanga. Inhale, forward and up. Upward facing dog, or maybe just a baby cobra. Exhale, tuck, and press back. Hold that air, and we'll do the other side. You're almost done. Inhale, bend the knees. Walk your hop to the top of your mat. I'm gonna go the other side. Inhale, reach those arms up. Palms come together, and exhale. All right, great job. One more time, other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Remember, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower. Make a step back, right leg. Find your spot, find your balance. Lift up, inhale. Arms come up, palms come together. Hold. Remember, I'm bending my back knee a little bit. I need that for my hip. Shoulder blades together. Listen to your body. Tell yourself you can do this balance here, okay? We're gonna do it. Inhale up. Exhale. Lower. Push off the foot. Let's do it. First is that warrior three. Your standing leg always slightly bent. Kicking that soccer ball or pressing your foot into that wall behind you. Lift up through the chest. If you want to try that half moon, stack your top hip onto your bottom and open up through your hips. Take that top arm, lift it up. Now it also helps here, a little trick, point your toe to find a little more length, okay? Now, rather than falling to the floor, can we lift off and lift up from the floor? So try to straighten that leg and find a little more length. Keep going, guys. Remember, if you come out of it, take a breath. Let's find it again, okay? Keep going. Let's try it again. I'm just gonna come and look. Make sure you're breathing. Nice, you got it, Joanne. Press through that toe, lift a little higher. I see that smile. Let's try to hold it for a few more breaths. Maybe you take your gaze up to your hand and make it a little more challenging. Whew, that's hard. One more breath, guys. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Whew. Awesome job. Release. Roll up. Let's wiggle those toes. Bicycle those legs out. You guys are great. Inhale, lift up, nice and tall. Exhale, float it down. Step back, downward facing dog for a moment. Inhale, come to your plank, or you can just find a child's pose, whatever you'd like. All the way down. Inhale, lift, and exhale. Down dog for a moment, and then everyone come down to their knees, and we're gonna sit way back into those heels. Everyone find a nice child's pose. Let's just relax for a moment. So I know my heart is pounding, I'm breathing heavily. So if you guys are in the same boat, big deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Let that heart rate come back down. We're gonna finish with some stretching. You guys are doing great. Let's just walk our hands over to the left diagonal. Try to bring our nose to our knee. Inhale, come back to the center. And exhale to the right diagonal. As far as you can reach, you should feel a side stretch as you're reaching into it. And then come back to the center. You kind of shift your weight here side to side while you're in your child's pose. Just a little shift right to left. Feels good. And let's slowly walk those hands up. We're gonna swing our legs around and come to a seated position. How's everyone feeling? Thumbs up, good. We are almost done. Okay, let's shake those legs out. Okay, so So we're just gonna continue to open up the hips a little bit. We're gonna do a reverse tabletop. It's gonna work our arms and wrists a little bit. So if that concerns you, we're only gonna be up for a couple of seconds. You're gonna take your hands behind you. I like to have my wrists facing the side rather than hands in, but you can choose what feels good for you. We're gonna bend our knees. It's the reverse of what we did earlier, which was a tabletop. So watch first. I'm gonna press my feet into the floor. I'm gonna lift my hips up. Maybe I take my head back, and then we slowly come back down. But we're really just there for a breath or two. Maybe you wanna do it for 5 whole breaths. But it's really just to help open the front side of our body because we are like this all day, every day, okay? So take an inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to push your feet into the floor. Using those back leg muscles, lift up, squeeze and lift. Maybe you take your head back. Maybe you keep your chin tucked in, whatever feels comfortable for you. Can you hold for 1 more breath? And then slowly tuck that chin back in, slowly come down. Let's take those hands together and just kind of circle up the wrists, okay? So we're gonna do it 1 more time. You can stay in a tabletop, or you can choose to do a little more advanced. It's called reverse plank. So it's just where our legs are straight and it makes it just a little bit harder. So same thing, maybe you switch up where your wrists or hands go, okay? Take an inhale, this one's a little harder. Exhale, point for your toes, lift up. Maybe head comes back, hold it here. And if you're not feeling it, just come out of it and just do the other version. 1 more breath, and then slowly release. Great job. Take those hands together again, and let's circle out those wrists. Great job. So make sure you have room on either side of your mat or your carpet. We're just gonna do some stretching and twists, okay? So before we finish, before we come down into our back, we're gonna slowly come down. I think I did this with you guys last week as well, and I've done it in class before with you guys. You're gonna come to the lowest point as close as you can to your mat until you feel like you're shaking, okay? We're gonna hold that for just a little bit. So I want you to pull your abs in, lower down, as close as you can until you start to feel that shake. So I'm feeling it right here. You might hear it in my voice. I'm shaking. This is just our one core, real core exercise that we're gonna do and finish with, okay? Keep holding it, shoulders away from your ears. If you want an extra challenge, maybe you lift your legs up and do a little flutter, or maybe a scissor, or maybe a little less challenging, you bend your knees. Either way, we're gonna hold it for 8, 7, and you get a little lower, 6, 5, pull those abs in, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, slowly come down. Great job. Let's extend those arms all the way overhead, making ourselves a little longer, shake the legs out. We're going to then hug our knees into our chest. And you're gonna gently rock side to side, making little circles in one direction. You guys keep stretching. I'm just gonna adjust my screen a little bit for you. So we're massaging our lower back into the mat. Great job. And then go ahead and reverse those circles. All right, let's go ahead and extend our legs straight up. So we're gonna hug that right knee, just our right knee into our chest. Okay, hold it here. We're gonna circle an ankle, wiggle our toes. Right hand on that right knee, and you're gonna pull it out to the right side. External rotation. Now I want you to pull that left hip and make sure it stays flat on the floor as we do this. Or else, if it comes off the floor, you're not really getting that proper stretch, okay? Left hip stays anchored, open up your right hip. Now let's cross it over the body. Use your left hand, cross it over. Your hips come off the mat this time, that's okay. Extend through your right arm, look over your right shoulder, and hold. Let's just breathe. Just thanking our bodies for the awesome work it just did. And then we slowly come back to the center. Let's go ahead and extend that leg and shake it out. Same thing on the other side. Left knee into our chest. We're just gonna circle the ankle, wiggle our toes for a second. Left hand on our left knee, open up to the side, but make sure that right hip now stays on the floor for that proper stretch. Hold it right there, so make sure you guys can see. And then bring it across the body, using the opposite arm, pull it across to the other side, extend through your left arm now, or just whatever the other side is for you. Look over that shoulder and hold. And then slowly come back to the center. Extend the legs, reach the arms, big deep breath. Let's go ahead and bend our knees. We're gonna finish with just this last exercise or stretch here. It's always good to end with some sort of inversion, which really just means lifting your hips a little higher than your heart, or maybe your legs a little bit higher. If you practice yoga, you can do plow, or you can do a full bridge or wheelbarrow, so whatever you'd like to do. I'm gonna go ahead and just find a bridge, okay? That's easiest for me. So I'm gonna lift those hips up. I'm also gonna interlace my fingers underneath and sort of pull those arms in. Now, if you have a block, you can rest your hips and back on that block and just extend your legs into the air. And that just helps to give your feet a little bit of a break. That feels good too. So whatever you'd like to do here, just for one more breath or so. I'm just lifting up those hips. And I'm gonna slowly unravel my arms and slowly bring those hips and back onto the floor. I'm gonna gently windshield wiper the knees side to side. And then we're gonna end in our Shavasana, or just our corpse pose. And really it's just any state of relaxation, anything that's comfortable for you guys. So you can extend your legs straight out. Arms down by your side, close your eyes. Maybe you wanna lay on a foam roller, if you guys have a foam roller. For my Thursday morning crew, I know you guys like that. For me, I like keeping my knees bent and my knees together. It just feels good on my hips. And I just want you guys to close your eyes and just hang out here for a couple of breaths. It's just the last thing that we'll do today. We'll play some music for you guys. So if you find that it's really hard for you to relax, because this could be the hardest part of class, I just want you to focus on your breath. So maybe you take your hand to your chest and your other hand to your belly, and just focus on your inhale and your exhale. Sometimes just doing nothing for a full minute is really good for us. Just challenge you guys to not think about anything else. And if you find your mind wandering, you can listen to this music that I have right here, or just focus on your breathing. Now slowly start to move your head from side to side. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Extend your legs straight out in front of you, reaching your arms all the way overhead, making yourself a little longer. And as we inhale, we're going to squeeze every muscle in that body. And then exhale, release. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And exhale, release. And slowly start to bend your knees, open up your eyes. You're gonna roll over to your favorite side, finding a fetal position for just a moment. Hanging out there. And then when you're ready, gently pressing yourself up. And we're gonna end in a comfortable seated position today. I'm gonna join. So whatever is comfortable for you, sit. You guys can see my screen, you see my dog. Oh, there's downward facing dog. Good girl. Okay, so comfortable seated position. Let's go ahead and once we're there, close our eyes. And as you inhale, shrug your shoulders all the way up to your ears, and then exhale, release. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, down. 1 more time. Inhale all the way to your ears. Exhale, let it go. Let's open up our eyes. Inhale together. We're gonna reach those arms up. Bringing our palms together and down to heart center. Closing your eyes just for a moment and really just thanking yourself for making this time for you. It is so, so important, especially now. And just thanking our bodies for being able to do this. And then we'll take our hands up. The energy in me sees and honors the energy and the light in you guys. And we'll say namaste to one another. Thank you guys so much for coming to class. Let me unmute all of you.